Jacob Poritz wants to know, hey guys, love the show. Have you heard anything about Mission Impossible 5?
It's happening. Tom Cruise has already signed on for it. It's going to be happening. It's coming.
Do they have a director or writer?
Yeah,
Yes,
I forget.
we actually talked about it on AMC
It's
Movie
not
Talk.
Brad Bird, though. It's someone else.
Yeah, it's somebody else. We'll have to look it up. But it is coming, and there is a director, and Tom Cruise is on.
Michael Ray Miller says, if you had to pick between a good writer or a good director, which one do you choose?
Oh, I'm good writer. I'm going to go with good writer. I don't want to have to choose, but I'll go with good writer. What do you guys think?
For a movie, I'd go, I mean, it's tough. I'd go with director.
I think writer, too, because the script is the baseline. So if you have a bad script, I mean, a great director could maybe work on it a little bit.
You know, I was about to say you made me change my mind. I'm going to go with director, but then you made me change my mind back to writer.
All right. I'm gonna go with both. Can I do that?
No.
As a director, I know you can transform a horrible script into something awesome, so I'm going to stick with director.
All right.
All right. No, okay, you changed my mind again. I'm going to go with director. All right, what's next?
Jake Brewer wants to know if we could see Phoenix in the Apocalypse Saga now after the events of Days of Future Past.
You know what? We can't answer that question because we're getting in spoiler territory, so no comment.
Mike wants to know, what is your favorite or least favorite Stanley Kubrick film?
Whoa.
Yep.
I would go with my favorite. Is it what it is?
Yeah.
Favorite or least?
Least favorite would be The Killing. My favorite Stanley Kubrick would have to be Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, I will go with Clockwork Orange. My least favorite, though, would be Eyes Wide Shut.
Really?
I liked Eyes Wide Shut.
That's because you're a pervert.
Well, I'm Canadian.
Oh, I'm sorry, did I say that?
I'm Canadian.
Us Canadians, we're basically perverts.
Favorite, I'd have to say, is The Shining, because I've seen it probably more than any other Kubrick film, and I think I've studied it at this point. Least favorite is Barry Lyndon. Yeah. Even though it's beautiful, it's so boring. Oh, God.
I will refute there. You should watch Barry Lyndon.
Yes,
it's
you
not
should.
boring.
It's
you just
boring.
need to watch it in the afternoon.
It's beautiful.
These guys watch it at night and went to sleep. They didn't even see it.
Yeah, my favorite is Clockwork Orange / Full Metal Jacket.
Ooh, good call.
Yeah, Barry Lyndon. It is boring. And not only that, the character's so unlikable.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be unlikable.
Yeah, but he's really unlikable.
It was shot with natural light, folks.
No, it's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous,
beautiful.
but...
All right, we got to get on to a couple more questions here. So what do we got next?
Brandon Pascoa wants to know how long we need to wait for a Swamp Thing reboot.
Oh, God.
Forever?
Please.
I'm not saying we should wait forever. I just don't see it happening anytime soon.
I want to see a Swamp Thing reboot doing all the Alan Moore stories. I volunteer. I'll direct it. Please, whoever owns the rights to Swamp Thing, call me.
Because the hard part is finding somebody willing to direct it, not finding somebody to put up $50 million to find it.
That's exactly what Campia said. He's correct. No, I know. No, everyone's like, Swamp Thing, what's going to happen with it? Well, let's start out in the swamp. No, it's a great series, especially you have to dig back into the Alan Moore stories. They're great. They introduce Constantine. They introduce all these elements.
But will they? Is somebody going to put up that money?
Someone should. Someone
Not
should make it.
We're not talking should.
I think when when a producer's like, wow, there's untold millions to be made from Swamp Thing, it'll happen.
Okay, what's next?
Edward Morin wants to know if there's any news or updates on a Spawn reboot or sequel.
It depends who you talk to.
If you talk to Todd McFarlane,
it's
right around the corner.
It's coming. It's coming. It's like it's like tomorrow. It'll be out. Todd McFarlane's, and I love Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but this dude has been talking. Oh yeah, I'm doing another Spawn movie for 6 years.
Yeah.
No longer, dude.
Yeah,
12.
probably like. Oh yeah, it's coming.
Since
the
last one came out.
98.
We're right on the cusp of a new one. He's been talking about it so much that. Look, do I think it's going to happen at some point? Yes, but I'm no longer listening to anything about Spawn until the cameras are rolling. Until that happens, I'm just tuned out.
Until the catering trucks pull up.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
most
much.
comic book creators, especially the image guys, were always like pimping their movies. Like Rob Liefeld had like 30 movies in production for always. So if you talk to him now, he's got Shaft is getting made. I got a Bad Rock movie. Son, I got millions of movies all happening. Youngblood, the fourth generation.
You've seen how many? 0.
Right. So I mean, at least McFarlane only has one film that he keeps saying is going to happen. Right. So we can give him that.
All right, let's take a couple quick more.
Drew Bender wants to know, with the success of Godzilla and planned sequel, what does that mean for a Pacific Rim 2?
We've taken this question a few times. I honestly don't think anything, because for every positive you could say about it, there's also a negative. They're the positive, hey, a giant monster movie success, that could help the idea of Pacific Rim 2. Yes, but now there's a fear of, looking, anything you put out, any monster you put out now is going to pale to Godzilla. So there's that. That kind of works against it at the same time. So honestly, I think it's a wash. I don't think we're going to see a Pacific Rim 2. That's not a straight-to-home video or to whatever. I hope we do, and I think there's a chance. I just said if I had to put money on it right now, understanding the way Del Toro likes to increase the scale of whenever he thinks equal. Remember, he said himself, I'm only doing a Hellboy 3 if I can make it a $200 million film and blah, blah, blah. And that's just the way Del Toro minds work. And that's part of what makes him a genius. But it's also part of what I think is going to keep them from doing a Pacific Rim 2. Dennis?
I think Godzilla helps it, but for the long run. I think we'll maybe see a Pacific Rim 2, but it'll be far, far in the future.
Ugh, can I argue that? And I just say immediately go into production on Pacific Rim 2. The longer you wait, the more the awesomeness of Pacific Rim will fade. Like, I think Godzilla was a great, remember, we all want to see giant monsters, giant robots. Pacific Rim was a hit. Godzilla's an even bigger hit. I think Pacific Rim, subtitle something something, would be a giant hit if they come out with it in the next 3 years. If it comes out 10 years from now, no one will remember it. It'll be like Starship Troopers Marauder, right? You don't even know what I'm talking about.
I've got a tattoo right now.
But what about the Guillermo del Toro directing thing, though? Because will he come back first? To your point, if it's too much money, they'll just get another director, and then it won't be the same.
Right. Yeah. That's not, I don't want that. Dump truck the money to Guillermo del Toro's house.
Remember, they had to fight tooth and nail in every foreign market they could to just crawl over that break-even mark.
Yeah.
And I just don't know that Legendary is in the position, because we heard what Tull said about a Hellboy 3. Hey, I hope that you guys get to do it someday. He never said we're going to do it. I think he's going to have the same feeling about Pacific Rim. But I agree with you. If you're going to do it, strike while the iron's hot. Do it as soon as possible, because I agree with you. The longer we wait, I think it diminishes the chances we're going to see it.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.